Before we start, I want you to answer one question. Imagine a government is in power, but suddenly there is a doubt about whether it still has majority support in the Lok Sabha. Which parliamentary move can actually test that? Think for 3 seconds. The answer is a no confidence motion. If you got it right, excellent. If not, don't worry. By the end of this video, you will know exactly why. Today, we are covering the Lok Sabha portion of ICSE Civics, but I am going to teach it in an exam-oriented way and not by simply reading definitions. We have 3 targets today. First, the basic structure of Lok Sabha, which will consist of the term, composition and qualifications. Second, the parliamentary procedures that students often mix up. And third, the tricky distinctions that can cost you marks. Keep a notebook ready because I'll give you a few board style traps as we go. What is Lok Sabha? Lok Sabha is the lower house of the parliament, which is commonly called the House of People. Its members are directly elected by the people. That direct connection with voters is very important. And remember, Lok Sabha is not just about making laws, it also has an important role in controlling finances and holding the executive accountable. Now let's look into its term. Now, a very easy looking question that can become a silly mistake. What is the normal term of Lok Sabha? 5 years. But don't say every Lok Sabha always completes 5 years. It can be dissolved earlier, so remember the exact wording. Normal term, 5 years. Early dissolution, possible. Also, don't confuse the term of the House with the term of an individual member. Now, the composition. Composition simply asks, how is the house constituted or made up? Think of it as the structure of the house and its elected representation. For your exam, don't mix composition with qualifications. Composition is about the house being made up of representatives, and qualifications tell us who is eligible to become a member. Let's quickly look into qualifications. Now imagine 2 candidates. Candidate A is 24 years old, candidate B is 25. Who satisfies the minimum age requirement for Lok Sabha membership? Candidate B. The minimum age is 25 years. The person must also be a citizen of India and satisfy the other legal qualifications prescribed by law. One exam trap. Lok Sabha is 25, Rajya Sabha is 30. Do not interchange them. Now next we move on to the parliamentary procedures, and to begin with we have sessions. Parliament does not simply remain in continuous session. The President summons Parliament. A session is a period during which the House meets and conducts parliamentary business. One vocabulary tap. Summoned means called to meet, and dissolved means the Lok Sabha itself comes to an end. These words are not interchangeable. The next procedure is quorum. Suppose a house has very important business to conduct, but the required minimum attendance is not present. Can the house normally conduct its business? This is where quorum comes in. Quorum means the minimum number of members required to transact a business. So whenever you hear the word quorum, immediately think minimum attendance required for business, and this stands as the 1/10 of Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha, that is the total membership. Next we have question hour versus 0 hour. Now this is one of the most important distinctions. Question hour is the period when members ask questions and seek information from ministers. It is closely connected with accountability. 0 hour is a bit different. It is used to raise matters of urgent public importance after the question R, according to parliamentary practice. So your memory hook is simple. Question R is questions, 0R is all urgent matters. Now, what are the various types of questions? Three terms students often mix up. Starred question, which is all about oral answer, and supplementary questions can follow. Unstarred question, all about the written answer without any supplementary questions. And short notice questions, an urgent matter asked with shorter notice. Say it with me. Starred is oral, unstarred is written, and short notice is urgent and shorter time. Now, what does a motion actually mean? We have two different motions to be discussed. An adjournment motion, which is connected with a definite matter of urgent public importance. It seeks discussion by setting aside or interrupting normal business subject to parliamentary rules. The exam trap is to confuse this with a no confidence motion. Adjournment motion focuses on an urgent public matter. No confidence motion tests the government's majority support. Now return to our opening question. A no confidence motion tests whether the Council of Ministers still enjoy the confidence of the Lok Sabha. If the ministry loses majority support, it must resign. So remember the phrase, confidence of Lok Sabha. This is not simply a motion about any ordinary issue. Now let's do a quick recap. Quick test. No looking back. What is the normal term of Lok Sabha? 5 years. Minimum age 25. Question R or 0R, which is about questions. Question R. Starred or unstarred? Which one gets an oral answer? Answer is starred. And which motion tests majority support of the Council of Ministers? That's no confidence motion. If you got most of these, you are ready for part 2. In part 2, we move into the scoring areas students frequently confuse: anti-defection law, ordinary bill versus money bill, and the speaker, including his or her election, removal, and functions. Don't skip part 2 because that's where I'll give you the most important comparison points and board style traps.